Hi guys, and welcome to this week's AlakazamMagicUK Live, and my co-host is back and feeling better. Let's hear it for the amazing Wayne Goodman.
I've still got a bit of a pass, so I do apologise if I have to, but yeah, apart from that, all good, fighting fit, and I've lost a stone.
You sound a lot better than you did last week.
Well, last week was under 2 quilts in the dark. It's like, please don't let the light on the camera come on because it's too bright.
But all's good now. You're all back to normal.
Yep. Well, as close to normal as I think I'll ever be. But yeah.
Cool. And what? Go on.
Had some gigs. A couple of good ones over the weekend. Worked with that Gordon Ramsay lookalike.
Yeah, you sent me the pictures.
Yeah, he's good. He's Martin, his name. He's a lovely guy. I've worked with loads, but yeah, he's a lovely guy. And I worked with Odd Job and bloke, and then some bloke who
in sunglasses.
Who could have been Bond, but just as easily could have been Captain Birdseye, in my opinion. He wasn't the most amazing James Bond. I mean, there's that guy up north, Nick. He looks like Sean Connery.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's that other guy that looks like Roger Moore. You got the Daniel Craig guy who looks like Daniel. This is just a guy in a tuxedo, just
with
rocked up to a party.
It was funny yesterday when you were trying to explain it to me, and you went, "Oh, Odd Job was there," and I went, "Oh, great, how was he?" You went, "Yeah, he was brilliant," and so was there. You said Bond was there, and I said, "Oh, who? Daniel Craig?" You went, "Oh, I'm not sure." And I went, how can you not be sure? And then you sent me a picture, and it's just a bloke in sunglasses and a tux.
He's got a bit of a smile on him, and he wears sunglasses. He's got a plastic gun. I mean, you know, he's not. I mean, you got to give it to him for putting himself out there. You know, oh yeah, I'm Bond. Oh yeah, which one? The Bond.
Yeah, the only one.
The only one, yeah.
So let's say a few hellos. We've got Neil Bird, we've got Tom Rolfe, we've got Michael, Leo, Walter, Cole, Ian, Pete, Kevin, Roy, Darren, Adam. Loads of people joining us, so thank you so much for joining us. We made a tweak to the website yesterday, which will hopefully be great for everyone, because we noticed, obviously, over Christmas and live chat, the question that gets asked more often than not is, can I have the tracking number to my order? So hopefully now the system is going to automatically update with your tracking numbers. So you should get your tracking number in your dispatched email. You will find that your fulfillment emails will go out later, because what happens is the system updates itself around about 6. Even though your parcel will be picked up at 4, the system will update itself between 5 and 7 o'clock. And that's when the emails will go out saying your order's been dispatched. So don't worry if you see it as unfulfilled all the way through the day. It doesn't mean it's unfulfilled. About 6 or 7 o'clock, you should get the email. It will tell you it's been dispatched or it's been fulfilled. Fulfilled means dispatched. And it will have your tracking number on it as well, so you can track your order every step of the way. So that should have come into effect yesterday evening. So hopefully everyone will get it today.
The ones that I checked last night all had, because up until then as well, I couldn't see the tracking details on the chat. So I was constantly saying to people, I'm really sorry, you're going to have to email the shop, or call the shop, they can give the tracking details. Now I can see the tracking details as well. So I can see it's on the form, and yeah, it's a lot nicer, a lot easier to use.
Yeah. And I presume it will be in your order history as well, so you'll be able to track it. So yeah, really good. So we done that. That was one of the things we were working on over Christmas. And we got that sorted, so that's now implemented on the site, which is great. I want to say a big thank you to everyone that's followed us on our socials as well, on TikTok, YouTube, Insta, and of course Facebook, where we're up to 77,572.
We've got to get it. We've got 23,000 to go.
Yeah.
Come on, we can do that.
We can do it. Let's get us over 100,000.
if you haven't liked us on Facebook yet, go over there, click that like button, even if you don't use Facebook. Yeah. Thank you to that one person who just did it. Yeah,
did
go
they
over.
Just do it, or did they just go down?
No, I think we're up. We'll have to. I'll look on the playback later. I'll look on the playback later on. We do get that. You might see that it does go down a number, and that's because it's done in real time. So please don't all of you do this now. But if you unlike, that will go down, and then when you like again, it will go back up again in real time. That's why it goes off like that. It's not done over like every day. It's as soon as you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we got a couple of questions coming in. Walter says, Peter, what about orders from early December? We had postal strikes over here in November and December, which disrupted everything. So what seems to have happened is obviously everything that got caught up in the strike period got put into some sort of storage, and it's being slowly filtered through. So unfortunately, you know, if you want your tracking number for it, that's not a problem. We can give you a tracking number, just email the shop. But it is going through the system. We can only apologise, but every single company in the UK was suffering the same thing.
I've ordered some stuff, not magic stuff, but some other stuff, and like late November, and it's still not turned up. It's being held in a secure unit until they get to it. Yeah. And I think they're just going in every day and bringing out a dozen bags or whatever, filtering them out, and then it's just going to take time for them to get through. But the stuff is on the way, and it will get to you.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, we were all under the impression that the first thing they would deal with is the backlog, but it's not. No. They're dealing with the letters that come in now, and then they're dipping into the backlog. So unfortunately, everything that happened during the strike period, which was most of December, to be fair, I mean, it was almost every week there was 2 or 3 days.
All the way up to Christmas Eve was the last one.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, but it is going through. So, yeah, just keep your eye out. But as always, AlakazamMagicUK will always see you right, and we'll always make sure you never go without your product. But we do have to give it some time because of that situation. So, Wayne, we've got a special guest joining us in a little while, maybe in about 10 minutes or so. But before we go over to him, just want to say, next week, we have the first Academy of the year.
Is that the Mr. Congreve one?
It's Chris Congreve.
Wow.
And
Chris is a great guy.
Not only is it Chris Congreve, but his academy is half price on our website at the moment.
You're just giving it away?
Sorry, mate?
You're just giving it away?
Honestly, I don't know how we're doing it. But next Monday, that price is going up to regular price. So if you haven't booked your ticket, it's £12.49 or something. For your ticket for an evening of Chris Congreve. You can join us from the comfort of your own armchair at home. And the great thing is, even if you can't make it live at the time when the live show's on, you'll get a recording that you can download and keep forever. So it's going to be, if you know Chris, you know it's going to be full of commercial magic. I've got a little video here that I can drop in.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a quick little look-see.
Is this trailer roulette?
Trailer roulette, but I think I know which barrel I'm going.
Hi guys, Chris Congreve here. I'm really excited to be coming back to the AlakazamMagicUK Academy in January. You're going to see some of the things that I've been working on for the last 12 months. There's card routines, there's mentalism routines using coins, and my personal favourite, there's a really cool diary effect that uses a regular pack of cards and an ungimmick diary. You can just fill it in yourself. Instant reset. So but there's some ungaffed stuff in there using cards. There's stuff using gimmick cards. If you've enjoyed my previous academies, you're really going to love this. I think some really cool stuff in there. So can't wait to see you in January. And yeah, AlakazamMagicUK Academy, be there or don't.
That's going to be a good night.
It is. I was just thinking, you know, if you're looking, one of the other questions we get asked a lot on the chat is, oh, can you recommend a trick for this or a trick for that or whatever? And I always say to them, like, oh, this is a good trick or that's a good trick, but have you checked out the academies? Because for the cost of one trick, you're going to get half a dozen tricks or a dozen tricks.
Yeah.
And if you take Chris Congreve's one, for instance, or Craig Pay's, if you take one of their academies and you look at the price of it, and say you get, I mean, with Chris, you're going to get what, 6, 8, 10, 12 tricks. Any one of those tricks is going to be worth 4 times the price of the academy.
Yeah.
Any single one of them. You know what I mean? And you're getting 10 times that amount. It's such a great way to learn a whole bunch of new stuff all in one go. Take your time with it, or learn it all in one go, and go out and use it. And for the price of one trick, or I can't really think of any tricks that are like $12.99. That's a bargain price.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to stay at that price till Monday. So we've had quite a few questions coming in. Any new releases for Blackpool? So we will have new releases for Blackpool. I don't know if we're going to have a live launch in January because we might be holding it back for Blackpool. As to what we're releasing in Blackpool, your guess is as good as mine, really, because we have got so much to choose from, but all are in various stages of completion. Now, what's going to happen at Blackpool this year is the same thing that happened last year. I'll be there. I wasn't there last year, so this will be different.
I was about to say, what? Where were you?
I'll be there, Harry will be there, and Jenny will be there, so there'll be the 3 of us man in the stand. Wayne will be about at Blackpool, so he'll be on the stand on and off. Hopefully we're going to have Roman Armstrong on the stand demonstrating hard stretch. Ian Bailey may be joining us on the stand to demonstrate one card Monty and his measure for measure. There's also another trick we've got with Ian, but I don't think it's going to make it out for Blackpool. One of the things that will definitely, I say definitely, be out for Blackpool is this.
Well, that looks like the purse from the Mirage coin set.
No. It is similar to the purse from Mirage coin. You know exactly what this is, Wayne, because I've been bugging you with my routine for it.
I do know. I was just trying to play along for a second, though.
So this is coming out. This was due to be out in December, but we had a problem with the packaging, and the packaging's due in at the end of this month, so hopefully this is going to be ready. It's called Apparition.
I was going to say, any eagle-eyed customers who got newsletters may have noticed a little Easter egg for it on the front cover of the newsletter. But then we had the packaging issue, so it didn't happen. It's beautiful and a great addition to the Mirage set. You know, the collection, the Mirage collection.
I just want to explain this as well, because we're releasing a whole host of coin gimmicks and sets, and they're all going to come under the Mirage collection. But that doesn't mean they're part of the Mirage coin set. It's really confusing. I don't know why I decided on doing it. Maybe I won't do it because it is confusing. People are going to go, do I need the Mirage coin set to use this? Do I need this? So, but it's a standalone thing. Once again, it comes with around about 12 routines. I've just created a bonus routine which I've shown Wayne at various stages, and it's a really quick sort of 2-minute routine, but it incorporates quite a few different things in it, really.
Yeah, there's very powerful moments of magic.
Yeah.
And definitely something I'm going to be using. It's ideal for anybody who does walk around like at a wedding or anything like that, where you might have a small surface you can use, or in their hands, or there's going to be it's one of those kind of great for that kind of cocktail party mix-up, wedding reception type events.
Yeah.
So I know that would go really well for that. Very, very strong routine, very strong.
Yeah. So we're going to have, fingers crossed, that's going to be launched at Blackpool. We won't have huge amounts, so as always, make sure you come visit AlakazamMagicUK first. But we will have some other stuff as well. But as of yet, we don't know what they are, because we don't know what packaging is going to turn up.
And when I'm not on the stand, I'm going to be loitering around and maybe grabbing some people to have a little chat with.
Cool.
So that'd be good.
You're going to be doing little interviews.
Yeah, and not just with people who you know big names and whatever. I'm going to be grabbing anybody and everybody. So if you want to come up and have a chat with me at Blackpool and tell me what it is you love about Alakazam and some of your favourite tricks, or perform a trick, we can do that as well. I have my close-up table, my little close-up mat. So we can, if you want to come up and perform something, and then we're going to edit it all together and make a little Blackpool video that people can check out, which would be awesome.
Yeah. Cool. And we have got a few sort of relaunches as well happening. There's an effect of mine that hasn't been in stock for over 12 years, which has been updated. Hopefully that will be there at Blackpool. There's one of my favourite Alakazam effects of all time, which is getting a big facelift. Hopefully be there at Blackpool. And then for those of you that have been waiting for years for Fortuity, that's coming back out. It won't be at Blackpool, but it is coming back out this year. So is Unorthodox. We've got so much in the pipeline, as well as tons and tons of new effects. And I just want to say as well, a big shout out to Danny Marsh, who has lost 5.5 stone.
Wow.
5.5 stone. Good on you, mate.
Wow. That's half a person.
Yeah, that's
half a person.
That's amazing. Fantastic work. I've just gone on to a healthier eating type of regime. I've lost half a stone in a week.
Yeah, I lost 1.5 stones in a week, but I was ill. That's why I lost it.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying not to be ill. I haven't been ill. I've just been really hungry.
I'm trying to get back to my original weight. 3 pounds 2 ounces. Yeah, I'm really hungry as well. I'm like looking in the kitchen going, food.
Right, so we are going to introduce our special guest as well.
Is he ready? He's gone for a cup of tea, hasn't he?
Let me see. No, he's there. He's got his cup. He is there. Let me just have a quick look here. A couple of people are asking about the MindSpy 2 as well. Now, the MindSpy 2, I am really hoping to get out this year. It's been in stock for a long time, as you know. The issue I've had is the MindSpy is a project, and it is a sort of passion project of mine. So I've never really wanted to rush it out, but then it takes me a lot of time to come up with the routines and put it all together. And it's one of those things that's just been pushed by the wayside. And it's the same with the Poison add-on. There's so much that needs doing for it, like the amount of routines we got and everything else. They will hopefully be out. The Poison will definitely be out this year, and fingers crossed the MindSpy will as well. So it is something we're working on as we speak. Oh, another thing, contactless will hopefully be back at Blackpool. We've had a lot of people asking about contactless. That's been out of stock for almost a year, I believe. So that's coming back. Really, really nice. Right, so without further ado, let us... Oh, actually, before we introduce our guest... I want to play a couple more trailers, because I know we're going to be talking with our guest for a while. So the first one's a very quick one. It's from our socials, and it's an effect of mine. It's not an effect of mine. It's an effect that I used to perform all the time. I love it. I think it's got some beautiful visual moments. It's got a lovely little killer ending, really. The only thing that I want to say about this is whenever you watch videos on our socials, please remember we have to do the trick in under 60 seconds. So sometimes the presentation you're going to see here and the speed in which I'm doing it is not what I would do during performance. But you have to appreciate that when you're watching a social video, you've got 60 seconds to get the trick in. So, right. Okay, here we go. So this is this. Harry, small trick for you using a deck of cards. These are bicycle cards, but I said it was a small trick.
What?
It's actually turned small.
Tiny.
I'll tell you what, all we need to do is remove the jokers, so we don't need the jokers for this. But as I riffle through the pack, just say stop anywhere you like.
Stop.
Got it?
Yep.
Just remember that card.
Got it. Yep. Happy. Yep.
Okay, watch carefully. This is how the magic happens. Just a snap here, and your card will vanish from the pack. What was your card?
9 of clubs.
9 of clubs.
It's not there.
It's not there, but remember the small box at the beginning?
Yeah.
Watch this.
What?
Inside is 1 card and 1 card only. Watch carefully. That's a 9 of clubs.
There's no way.
Follow for more. There we go. It's Harry says, he said, say that at the end, Dad. But Tribute of Our Own is such a beautiful trick. Yeah. And you can do it at any point, like start off shrinking the box. When I used to do it, like performing, working, I would start off by shrinking the box, putting the box down, and then getting a card, you know, selected, doing ambitious card and other bits and bobs, and then finish with that. And it's great. It's great because then the box has been on the table from the beginning of the routine, you know. So I want to play one more little trailer, and then we're going to bring our special guest on. Now, this item has literally just arrived. It arrived just before we went live. I've just downloaded the video so you guys can see it. If you do stand up, this is a perfect stand-up piece. I bought Harry one for Christmas and it's gone straight into his act. So here, let's take a look at this.
The most powerful element of mentalism is its realism, but the drawback of realism is its visualness. That's why today I'm so excited to introduce a signature routine that has the best of both worlds. You first casually ask a spectator to name a random fruit. Then, regardless of what they say, you, as a joke, totally disregard them and take out a lemon to perform a lemon trick. With just a lemon and a knife, you invite everyone in the room to participate in a game of imagination.
Imagine we are holding a knife in our right hand and cut the lemon in half. Its juice spills out all along our arm. Whoa! Anyone here can taste the soreness in your mouth? Please raise your hand.
Within the entire process, everyone is convinced and swears you're holding a lemon and a knife. But it turns out everyone is collectively hypnotized and influenced by your words. What you're holding since the beginning is nothing short of a fork.
Anyone here think that they saw a light?
And a yellow paper ball. As a kicker ending, you open a paper ball, and what's written inside is the spectator's randomly named fruit. Super Lemon, your perfect mentalism opener.
It's great, isn't it?
That's lovely. Really lovely.
So they are in stock now. There is another product as well. I'm going to show you the trailer at the end of this. It's not in stock yet. It's not on the site yet to order, but it's out of stock everywhere in the world. But we have got 36 coming in, and that's all we've got. It will seriously be first come, first serve. It's been caught in customs since before Christmas, but I'm going to finish the live with that trailer, so make sure you hang around for that, because this is incredible. It's really, really good. So let's introduce our special guest, the amazing Michael J. Fitch. Hey. Hello, how are you?
I'll be back in 1 second. Let's all at my door.
Oh, okie dokes. He's off.
He's off. He's here. No, not really. That'd have been a really good trip, wouldn't it?
How are you, mate?
I'm really good, thank you. Yeah, Happy New Year. And all of that.
Yes, Happy New Year to you. How was
Just
your New Year?
Well, mental. Yeah, as you know, we had a catch up yesterday. It was good. Yeah, it was good to be back in the business. You know, Christmas was nice and busy, and yeah, New Year was. I went to the Maldives for 1 day, and came
for
back
1 day.
Way. 1 day. Yeah, it's a long way to go for a gig, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's quite a few magicians out there. Laura London was on my flight. She was going to a different island, and yeah, it's an amazing
Mark
place.
Lavelle going out to the Maldives as well?
Yeah, Mark Lavelle was ready on a different place. I think he might go every year. He's got himself a nice little cushy job there. I think I know he was there a couple of years ago. So yeah, there was quite a few magicians out there. But yeah, mine was on a private island for royalty, and it was pretty insane. It was very James Bond. There was a seaplane for 40 minutes after the flight, and then a speed.
Did your James Bond wear sunglasses?
Yeah, exactly. It was the one that was at your gig. But yeah, it was very surreal. But nice way to finish the year and start the year. So, but
nice.
It is a long way to go today, I can say. If you're going to go to the Maldives, go for more than a day. That's my recommendation.
I was following it, and I saw you in the morning going like, you know, they put on a great breakfast, which looks fantastic. I've got 20 minutes and I've got to jump on a plane.
Exactly. Yeah, it was straight back there. It was just, it feels like a weird dream. But yeah, I had to get back. I was very kindly offered to stay longer, but I had a show inducted for a trailer company. So I had to get back for that. So it's like feet back.
Maldives, Duxford, Maldives.
I know. So, but yeah, lots of fun. But, you know, they're not all like that, but it's nice when you get the odd gig like that.
Yeah.
So,
no, brilliant.
Yeah,
good on you, mate. And for those that don't know, you are on the committee of the world famous Magic Circle.
Council, yeah, I'm on council.
Council
for the Magic. Yeah. Obviously, when we organised the Magic Circle convention, the first one last year, which was a big success. Hopefully, number 2 coming soon. And this is all basically from, you know, our shenanigans we did on the Magic Circle Unlocked. You know.
Yeah.
When we did all of that, I sort of got a bit more involved, and yeah, it was great. Yeah, me, you, and Noel obviously did that, and we did the Soaring in Half event, which was an amazing event, and yeah, put myself forward for council, and there's some good changes happening at the circle. It's fantastic.
Yeah, everything's really feels like it's going in the right direction. Huge amount of members joining up, or people joining up to the circle. Every day I'm looking at my Facebook, and there's people, you know, taking their exam or getting accepted in and stuff like that. So it's fantastic.
Absolutely. The examinations team are doing a fantastic job. There's a lot, like you say, a lot of apprentices, and there's a lot of help out there. If you're not a member, you're interested, you should absolutely apply, because there's a whole community there helping people get through their exam. It's not as scary as you think, and it's and even when you're not a full member, you get the benefits of coming to the Magic Circle HQ or joining us online every Monday as well. So yeah, no, it's good fun. I'm looking forward to going next Monday.
Right, we just had a message in from Tom, who said, how do you join the circle and what are the benefits?
Wow, okay, go to hang on. In a minute, I'll give you a QR code or something that they can scan. I'm just looking. I've got 1 second. Organised or what? Join us. So we've got our join us cards here, right? And if you scan, that should be this QR code should still work.
Move
I'll
it over a
send you
bit. There. Oh no, back. Back.
Hold on.
That's it. Keep it
There
right
we go.
there. So, guys, get your phones out. Scan that now. And that should be enough time. Otherwise, they can rewind a bit, I suppose.
And I actually have a council meeting on Thursday. If you're interested in joining, I might be able to waiver the joining fee. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I'm sure we can, because they usually do Blackpool. We do for Blackpool anyway. So now is a good time, yeah. So that is it. If you want to go the old-fashioned way, go to there's a website on there, yeah, magiccircle.co.uk/join us. I'll send you this, or put it in the chat. Join/join.
Yeah.
magiccircle.co.uk/join. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you know, the library at the Magic Circle, people join it for different reasons. A lot of people like to have member of the Magic Circle and all their publicity. That's the only reason they join. But there's so much more. We've obviously got our library of 10,000 secrets, and they do an amazing job with that. We have lectures every Monday, or special talks, and also an online community. So we've got members from all around the world on there who join us online and have a chat. So it's very special, very special. And you also have access to all previous lectures, so you can watch previous lectures and stuff. It's fantastic. It's I've been a very proud member for a very long time, and yeah, come and join us if you're not a member already.
Yeah,
which brings us on to
it's really good. Tom said he's going to come and see you at Blackpool, or go up to the stand at Blackpool. Roy Brownlow, I think he's just become a member as well. Congratulations, Roy. Lee Alex said, even if you're not in London, or even if you live abroad, it's still worth joining. And I think that was another thing that came out of lockdown, and maybe what we were doing, I don't know, but they're starting to stream their stuff, so you can watch it.
Yeah, we've got, I mean, there's definitely stepped it up with the online content, because obviously during the pandemic, I hate talking about the pandemic, but during the pandemic, that's when I found the Magic Circle really important, because we were all suffering for that pandemic, not working, mentally keeping on top of it, and having that community of magicians around you was fantastic. And we'd jump on Zoom and do a Zoom call and have a chat. It was really nice, which is what led to the first Magic Circle Unlocked event. We had Michael and Mar saying, stick in there, and we had all top names in magic around the world. We're like, you're in this together, which was really nice. And we've definitely kept our foot on the gas to our online content. It's important that we put on live events at the Magic Circle every Monday for those who can attend, but we've now got amazing cameras and streaming and everything, and the lecturers on stage can even see you watching at home, so you can ask a question in the theatre, which is fantastic. So that is all being updated. We had a couple of glitches with our internet, so now we're putting fibre in, so that hopefully is going to be up and running by next week. But even when we couldn't do live, there was separate lectures for members around the world. So, and it's nice. I mean, I was talking, like Lee Alex is on there. He's always he's in Turkey. He's always online and having a chat, answering questions. And there's a really nice, sometimes we're up till like midnight, just having a beer or a bottle of wine or something, and just having a catch up online and showing different moves and stuff. So that community side of it, wherever you are in the world, out in the sticks, you can absolutely benefit from being a member of the Magic Circle.
Yeah, there's a few comments coming in. A few people saying they're going to come up to the Magic Circle stand at Blackpool.
Yes.
Tom Rolfe, very good friend of AlakazamMagicUK, said he's met so many amazing people through the Magic Circle. He lives in Canada, and the online services are great, which is true. Now it doesn't matter where you live. I mean, I've been a member for 20 years, and I get to the circle once or twice a year, but I can log on. I can watch any of the lectures I want now, so I'm not missing out. I can still watch them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which is good. Yeah.
If it's something that's been, I know it's on a lot of people's list to join the circle, to become a member. It's now is a great time to join. And yeah, Blackpool coming up. It's a good time, because they usually waiver the joining fee, which isn't a lot. But I'm sure if you're interested in joining now, from this conversation, like I have a council meeting on Thursday. I'm sure they'll honour that from this, that we can waiver the joining fee. Follow go to the magiccircle.co.uk/join. I think that QR code. Oh, there's another QR code. I've got to find you because we've got a great video from X, who does a fantastic promo for us. You know, aka Mark Spellman. I'll find that and I'll give you that to give the link to that because that he did a fantastic join us video. So
we can stick it up on the AlakazamMagicUK Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll give you the links for that after the chat today.
But
yeah, Monday, obviously.
Hang on, I just want to say before you go into that, I just want to say good luck to our good friend Drew Perry, who's got his exam on Monday.
Oh, good luck, Drew.
This Monday, 16th.
This Monday coming up.
Wow. Oh, good luck. Well, I'll be there supporting you. And what's nice is, if we've got other people who have done exams, the atmosphere in there is incredible. Everyone's behind you, and you're amongst friends. You know, that's what it's going to be.
The thing is, everybody's been through it, hasn't they? Everyone's done it. They know what it's like. They know, you know, what the emotions they're going through. Everyone's been through it, so they're all supporting you. No one wants to see you fail. They want to see you do well. Yeah,
absolutely. But I think it's got better now because, like, I mean, when I did my exam, I used to do my rope routine to Ali Bongo and stuff, and it was really, I mean, it's nerve wracking, you know, even if you do it every day to other people, like you're performing for these people. But now there's a big audience up there, all behind you, helping you. The atmosphere is fantastic. Like a mini performance up the top in the Devant room. It's a great part of the evening. 6:30 we do our exams, and it's a really great atmosphere. Everyone's behind you and stuff, and there's the museum as well. We've got an amazing museum there. Because in fact, if you're not a member, which is what we'll talk about shortly, Monday, if you're not a member and you'd like to come as a guest, then I've spoken to those involved, and you can come along as a guest. It's a £15 entry fee. But we'll make sure you get a tour of the museum. Catherine Rose usually does a really good tour, so hopefully she'll do the tour, give you a tour of the museum and the building. You'll get to watch the exams, but also this Monday is a very, very special evening, which is why Peter's kindly invited me onto the show today, because it's one of your heroes, isn't it, Peter? Who we've
certainly is.
So we've got a new thing. It is Here come the graphics. I knew you'd do that. See, he's on it. Look. Legends of the Magic Circle, an evening with Terry Herbert. The fantastic Terry Herbert is. It's going to be an interview. He's going to perform a little bit as well. We've got video clips, and it's celebrating the legend that is Terry Herbert. And it's amazing talking to many, many magicians in all different fields. How much they respect Terry and everything he does.
Terry is a legend, and we were talking yesterday, and you know, he's one of the old school that did everything. You know, kids magic, stage magic, comedy magic, really good at close-up magic. I mean, he's got some really good close-up chops, you know. He's not just a kid's magician that does a couple of tricks. He's a good close-upper. Just a really good all-rounder. I first met him when I was about 10 years old. I went to my first convention, and I remember being a kid walking through, and there was a few different magicians there, I was telling you yesterday, but one that stood out to me was Terry Herbert, because his whole persona, he was smartly dressed in a suit, walked up to me. I was with a group of kids, and the first thing he did was flash cash, turned newspaper into money. And he just had a big smile on his face, and he was just like this fun uncle at a party. Had a lot of time for the kids, and instantly you just took to him as a person. And you know, even though I was a young magician at the time, you still watch these people and thought it was real magic.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah. And even recently, a couple of years ago, Jen and the kids went to the Magic Circle for a Meet the Magic Circle evening, where there were 4 close-up magicians and a stage show, and Terry Herbert was one of the close-up magicians. And, you know, in all honesty, he stole the show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Wayne, do you remember he lectured at Ipswich years ago? Like, he did the convention. he did the convention. I remember it because I remember where Lenny Blease was in the show, and it was when they were told they couldn't use fire in the building. I can't remember what building it was in, and Terry does a burnt and restored napkin or handkerchief, and he's like, goes, what? Can't you know? So he, but I think he still did it. But as he got the lighter out, Lenny Blease came on stage with a big fire extinguisher and got a big
behind him. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that really well. But I mean,
I used to read all these articles in the Supreme magazine because he used to write for Supreme.
Yeah.
And him, Ian Adair, and the other guy, I can't think of the other guy's name. They just filled that magazine every month with 20 or 30 articles each. You know, it was just always good quality and just brilliant material, and yeah.
And it's
he was a real worker. I mean, I've obviously been binging on video clips, and to be fair, it's actually another friend of Alakazam's who I know is a very big Terry Herbert fan is Paul Gordon. And Paul Gordon has an amazing video archive of magicians that he shares with the Magic Circle, and he keeps finding these clips of Terry Herbert and putting them on, like when different TV shows. And the sausages routine, I mean, you know, the sausages routine he did on Paul Daniels' show is just fantastic, and you know, so commercial, and such a great routine, but it's the look. You can't. He's just brilliant. It's just that with a look or something, you know. Is this
funny?
This look like,
he has.
Exactly.
He's got funny bones, as they say. He really has.
Yeah,
but
100%. So
he lectured.
Mondays are good.
I was going to say he lectured at Ashford as well. That was the first time I saw him. That was 20 odd years ago, and it was the first time I saw him do the watch.
The watch smash, yeah.
Where he says he's going to make the watch go back in time, so he borrows a watch and he puts it in a stocking, like a lady's stocking. But as he spins it, obviously the weight of the watch stretches the stocking out and it just smashes on the chair behind him. It is the funniest thing. But once again, it's the timing.
Yeah.
You know, nothing looks planned. It all looks like an accident. Whenever you see him, you truly believe, oh my God, that just went wrong, you know. But we've got a clip here. So what's this clip from, Mike?
Well, this is just one of the clips that I sent you. It might not be the best quality because I've just forwarded it. But so he had another character, many different characters. I'm going to spend the day with him tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to sort of going through different aspects of his career. But apart from the great kids entertainer that he did, and close-up magician, he had a comedy character called the Great Fiasco, where magic would go wrong. And I think I've got the first performance. I haven't seen it yet, but it was aimed for magicians initially, I think, because he'd pull a handkerchief out of his pocket, and as he does, a thumb tip falls on the floor, right? And then he goes to do the cigarette in the handkerchief. And to aim an act to magicians is just genius. Or he'll be. My favourite thing that he does, and we had a long chat about this, is he does the whole thing sort of, producing a playing card, right? But he has he has it this way round, as he's looking to the audience, right? So he's doing this, and sort of, and then producing it. But there's a lot of in gags for magicians. But that then became a commercial act, I believe, and he travelled around the world. I've got shows of him doing it in China and on different TV shows all around the world. And the Great Fiasco, I'm not sure what show this is. It looks like a Paul Daniels set, but I'm not sure. It's one of the clips that Paul sent me. But you'll see just the look. I mean, even with the quality, if you just play that in here, this is the Great Fiasco character, right. Which is
okay, let's take a look at this. We'll be back after. He is just so funny. He is so funny.
Brilliant.
I remember him teaching us that lecture. I remember him teaching us how to do the match thing, where what you do to make it extinguish itself without blowing on it, and just watching that just brought back memories of the fact that I still use that today. You know what I mean? Yeah. I still use that when I'm doing something on stage. I light the match, and I'll blow over here, and the match over here will go out. You know, and it's such a lovely little thing. And he taught us that all those years ago.
Yeah, really
absolutely.
Good.
I'm seeing little clips that I maybe I've seen but didn't pick up on. I think, you know, for like, you know, the candle, lighting the candle, that's so funny, you know, to the, you know, the rule of three, doesn't light, then it lights and he blows out the match and then the candle goes out as well. It's like, next time I'm out for dinner, I love that's in my head. I probably won't be able to get it as funny as that. He's brilliant, and just those looks and stuff. So we are, yeah. Hopefully this is going to be a thing at the Magic Circle we do with other names as well. You know, George Cavari. We'd love to have a night with George Cavari in future as well, and many other names in the business while we still can, and we should celebrate these guys while we can. And it's so if you are if you know, Terry has affected many magicians' career. I don't think he realises how much of a legend status he has to magicians. Actually, has inspired them. So, if you're not a member and you'd like to come, I've spoken to them, and you can join us next Monday because we want to fill the theatre up and have everyone there for Terry. It's a bit like sort of This Is Your Life thing. We're going to show video clips, interview Terry. He's going to perform a couple of bits as well. There'll be a Q&A, and it'll just be a nice chance to get everyone together and celebrate in the same room with the man himself. So if you'd like to join us, then I need to just your name on a list. It's £15 if you're a non-member. But again, we'll make sure you get a tour of the museum and stuff, and maybe you'd like to consider joining. Then email me. I need to put the name on a list. So send me an email to michael@themagiccircle.co.uk. michael@themagiccircle.co.uk. Put the heading Terry Herbert Night. It's the 16th. And come and join us, and we can show you around our amazing HQ. And if you are a member, then Monday is a good night to come down to the HQ. I know, Peter, you're planning on coming down and
do you know what? Unfortunately, I can't. I've got Craig Petty here. I totally forgot when we spoke yesterday. Yeah, because he's down this way, and we're filming Monday and Tuesday. Otherwise, I really wanted to get down.
Yes, I'll let you off. I know you're doing a little video to play on the evening as well. So,
certainly.
But if you can come and join us, then we'd love to have you as a guest. So michael@themagiccircle.co.uk. Send me an email, and we'll put your name down on the list, and come and join us and celebrate an amazing magician's career. And seeing on the comments as well, people he did their birthday parties and stuff. He was our president, Megan, the president. He did her birthday party. There's a picture of her as a little girl helping him, and now she's become the president of the Magic Circle. So he's certainly affected many magicians around the world.
He really has. And we were saying yesterday that obviously out the three of us, I think you're the youngest out of you and Wayne, but I think much younger than you, people mostly wouldn't know that much about Terry Herbert. He's sort of more our generation of magician, and you're right, having an evening at the Circle now where we can sort of really celebrate these people like Terry, who has done so much for magic. Really
absolutely
has. And most probably in its sort of heyday as well. All right, not its heyday was long before that, but magic was still really popular when Terry was out.
Modern history, definitely.
Well, he's a very respected pro amongst everyone, because look, to do this full time, you do have to, he did children's magic at a very high level. He did close-up magic at a very high level, and obviously he had this act that he travelled around the world with and attended TV shows and things. He's made a full-time living as a magician, and he hasn't just got one act. He's adapted and moved with the times. He has a wizard character that he does as well, which I know has been very popular. And that's a big thing. If you're a magician as a professional, you do have to adapt and you do different things. But what I notice with Terry's work is that when he does it professionally, and it's done to a very high standard. And when someone like Terry talks, you need to listen, because you can just being in his company and listening to him talk, you will absolutely gain some information that you'll be able to apply to your own career and your own life. Because I love listening to these guys. Look, I'm very, very lucky that a lot of my heroes have become friends. I go to David Berglass's house, and I sit and talk to David Berglass in his office for hours, and he's got some amazing words of inspiration. And that might be something in future. I planted a seed about doing a live event with David, but from David's office for the magic community, which will be amazing, which I need to speak to.
Incredible.
But so he hasn't said no. I've planted a seed, but he's incredible. He is incredible. I love talking to these heroes, and you can't take anyone for granted. Like, I know that we've had conversations like this, Peter, where back in the day in the Magic Circle, you go in the Magic Circle bar, and you've got Pat Page in there, and you've got Ali Bongo in there, and Alan Shaxson, and all these people around you, and there's you've really got to respect our elders. That's why we make this. We stand on their shoulders. We learn all this stuff, and so I hope these Magic Circle Legends nights continues. And there's obviously a whole list of names we'd like to get down there and do this in future. But starting with Terry, I think, is very fitting, and we'd love your support. Come and join us. Come and have a drink, and it'd be lovely to see you. So yeah, send me an email if you're not a member, michael@themagiccircle.co.uk, or if you are a member, get down there on Monday.
Brilliant. No, it's going to be a great night, and I will watch it back because I am a huge fan. Now, before I play this video, I just want to say this product is due in, hopefully in the next few days. It's not on pre-sale on the site. You're going to have to keep your eye on the site. There's a very small amount of units coming in, but believe you me, it's great. Let me just take a look if this is the right video.
You've muted.
Pensou? Perfeito. Pense também em uma, tudo bem? Vai, pense em uma. Pensou? Maravilha. Vou guardar o baralho. Colocar dentro da caixinha. Primeiro, qual foi a carta de vocês? Qual foi a sua? Paus. Valete de paus. Qual foi o seu? Uau! Não é a sua, tá?
That looks great.
Really good, really good. And if anyone knows the old named card rise that was put out by Bazaar the Magic and things like that, I just want to say that the back of all round the box can be not inspected, but you can show the box all the way around. There's no tips of any sort. There's no pegs that you need to slip in, and it's single cards coming up, not blocks. They are single cards coming up. You literally. So we are back next week with the AlakazamMagicUK live next Tuesday, and then remember next Wednesday, I think, is it Wednesday Academy? Oh no, 9 days time. So it's not next week. It's the week up. No, it is next week. Next Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday.
Next Thursday, we've got the Chris Congreve Academy. So join us for that. But I just want to say, Michael, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck for Monday.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. Always welcome here. And Wayne, glad you're feeling better, my friend.
Strong like well.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you, raring to go. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you again next week. I'm going to leave you with one more trailer, but for now, we'll say goodbye.
See you later.
As of last night, I came back from a week of 31 performances at the Magic Castle. And in every show, I performed this, the long and short of it. And in every show, I looked forward to performing it. What is it? Well, it's 4 pieces of wood in a burgundy sack. And with those pieces of wood, depending on your audience, you could explain the power of suggestion, or demonstrate quality control, explain why you flunked geography, or maybe talk about the time you bought that thing from IKEA. You could also take the approach I took.
Well, a lot of you came here to see magic tricks, I understand that. And many of you came here to hear a discussion of classical architecture. Well, in an effort to please everyone, I brought a little pouch with me, a little pouch with which we can discuss all the nuances of classical architecture. It's all in there. That's where it will happen. Ever go to Old England, Greece, Rome? All those cities look beautiful. The reason is they were designed with classic forms, standardized shapes. Let me show you what I mean. This is called the standard arch. That is the short arch. There's also a long arch. There's the short and the long. It's hard to see the size differential, but if you double it up, it becomes more pronounced. The short and the long. Short and long. They're color-coded for ease. Now that you understand the short and the long, you get the idea? Let's talk about the short. The short arch is an interesting one because we're making windows or doors. Oh, you thought this was the... Some people get confused. No, they're color-coded. This is the short, and the red are the long. It's short and long. Very clear, short and long. You can look at these just pieces of wood. They don't get bigger. They don't get smaller. Short. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at... No, you're right, and oh, you're right, I'm wrong. Forgive me, because they're also labeled, because you'd want to do that, right? These are the short, which must mean these are the long. Of course, short and long. Short is very, Jess, you can look at them, they're pieces of wood. Thank you. There are variations you can do along the way, which makes it really useful in architecture. You could have a short long, a different sort of arch. It'll always match another short long, of course. A short long matches a short long. Or you can make it a long short. A long short will always match another long short. Of course, they have to. Where it gets interesting is if you take the long short and you make that a short long. That, of course, will be shorter than a long short for obvious reasons. Now, it gets interesting, though, if you take that, take the long short, make that a short long, make the short long a long short, that'll have to be longer than the short long, even though it was a long short just a moment ago. I think because the word long comes first. I'm not exactly positive, but it's something like that. At least we know one thing. Two shorts will always be smaller than two long. It does get a little muddy. I admit that, especially when you realize each one is exactly the same size. That, folks, is the long and the short of it. Yes, we learn, we grow, we change. It was educational as well.
Yeah, too much.
What is it we do? Well, we amaze and amuse, and the long and short of it in a space of about 3 minutes does both.